Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make this one turn up a treat. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here what they call a Nishigo Press. I call it a Japanese magazine, one of those free ones. We're interested in this picture here, or section of it. So this lovely Japanese picture, scenery. That'd be an interesting country to visit, actually, come to think of it. It's one of the many places I've never been to. I've never had the opportunity at this stage to go overseas. Oh, I went overseas once in 1988 with my family when we were still together, and yeah, I was only 15, but I haven't been overseas since. It was 1988, so it's been more than 30 something years ago, 35 years ago. So, but I'm not rich, and my dad, incidentally, my dad's a real asshole, and he didn't like spending much money on luxuries like travel and that, but he did allow us to come with him on his work holiday to get to further his career. Before he was furthering his career, he was a humble telecommunications technician, and he was just moving into management, and he went to an island that we've all known or heard of on the news called Kiribati. It's in deep shit with climate change. It's actually sinking in the water, pretty much, and basically it doesn't have much hope of future. And basically Kiribati was where my dad was stationed. He was the managing director of Telecom Kiribati, so he was working there back then. He was working for what was known as OTC, Overseas Telecommunications Commission, which eventually ended up merging with Telecom and becoming what we now know as Telstra. So my dad was working for what was called OTC, and he went from OTC, he went over to Telecom Kiribati. And that was the beginning of his managerial career. Let's see how I go with this. But I'm hoping to get in touch with my lost partner Luigi, and that we can both travel the world and make up for I'd like to go to New York in particular, especially, but Tokyo would be an interesting place to go as well. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.